Shadows of power. The fluorescent lights of the office buzzed faintly, casting a sterile glow over the rows of cubicles. Sarah Bennett sat at her desk, her fingers hovering over the keyboard, her eyes fixed on the spreadsheet that refused to balance. It was 6:45 p.m. and the office was nearly empty, save for the hum of the air conditioning and the occasional clack of a distant keyboard. She sighed, rubbing her temples. Another late night. Another deadline that seemed to exist only to test her endurance. Sarah had joined Horizon Enterprises 6 months ago, fresh from university with a degree in finance and a head full of ambition. The company, a mid-sized firm specializing in corporate investments, had seemed like the perfect place to start her career. The glass-walled conference rooms, the sleek coffee machines, and the promise of mentorship from senior executives had drawn her in. But the reality was far less glamorous. Long hours, impossible expectations, and a boss who seemed to take pleasure in her discomfort. Her boss, Michael Grant, was the kind of man who commanded a room without effort. Tall, impeccably dressed, with a smile that could charm clients into signing million-dollar deals, he was Horizon's golden boy. To the outside world, he was a visionary leader. To Sarah, he was a shadow that loomed over her every move. It had started subtly. A lingering glance during a team meeting. A comment about her blouse being distracting when she wore anything other than the drab cardigans she'd started buying to avoid his attention. Then came the late-night emails, asking her to stay back for urgent projects that could have waited until morning. Sarah had brushed it off at first, chalking it up to the demands of a high-pressure job. But the unease grew, like a knot in her stomach that tightened with each passing week. Tonight, as she packed her bag to leave, the office door creaked open. Michael stepped in, his tie loosened, a coffee cup in hand. "Still here, Sarah?" His voice was smooth, almost too friendly. "Just finishing up," she replied, keeping her tone neutral. She slung her bag over her shoulder, avoiding his gaze. "You're dedicated. I like that." He leaned against the doorframe, blocking her path. "You know, you could go far here, if you play your cards right." Sarah's pulse quickened. She forced a smile, stepping toward the door. "Thanks, Michael. I should get going. Early meeting tomorrow." His hand grazed her arm as she passed, a touch so brief it could have been accidental. But it wasn't. She knew it wasn't. Her skin prickled as she hurried to the elevator, her breath shallow until the doors closed behind her. The next morning, Sarah sat in the break room, stirring her coffee.